There's women that walk with so much confidence, and then you look at them and say, but why? Why? She's not beautiful. But the confidence brings some kind of a light around them. Hello, my name is Malena and I graduated from the University of Life. I want to thank everybody for reaching out and commenting on the videos and giving me feedback and things that you like to hear, but mainly giving me the feedback that it has helped you in some way in your life, because all of us go through a lot of things during the day and during our lives, and sometimes we think that we're the only ones in this planet that are going through these hardships or these difficult times. But when I get the feedback from you, it makes me happy that at least I can make a little difference on somebody's life. This one in particular is a lesson on confidence. All my life I had a difficult time being confident. When I literally walked into a room and there were other women, I felt that I was the ugly duckling. I felt insecure. I felt awkward. There were all kinds of mixed feelings. So a lot of people used to say, oh, you're so quiet. You hardly speak. Are you shy? And then suddenly I started identifying with me being shy. I thought, oh yeah, I'm shy. That was the easy way out. To me, accepting that I had no confidence whatsoever. No confidence on my look, no confidence on the way I spoke, the way I talked, the way I dressed. I had no confidence whatsoever. I felt uncomfortable with myself. I didn't know that I had to learn to love myself, that I had to go through all this process of becoming a totally different person, where I could make new friends, where I can talk to total strangers, where I can walk with confidence. If you have a partner, to walk with confidence. What is confidence? Well, confidence is sexy. Confidence, very sexy, because a woman or a man that walks into a room with confidence, or into a meeting with confidence. What is confidence? It is actually the self-assurance that you know that you are worth it, that you are lovable, that you are beautiful, that you're intelligent, that you are valuable, that you have trust in your abilities, right? So how do we begin to get to that point, right? So you start working on yourself, little by little, working on what you want. What do you want for yourself? One of the very important questions in our life is, do you want to be okay? Do you want to be okay? Yes, I want to be okay. Okay, so work on yourself so you can be confident, because confidence brings this status. Have you seen people that just talks in a speech, in a class, in a room, in a meeting, with so much confidence? And you know what brings that confidence to them? Is the knowledge. They're knowledgeable. They study what they were going to talk about it. They prepare for the speech. They read the books they had to read. They were able to give references to those things they read. They are able to talk about their experience because they lived it, or they tried it, or they know, right? So, for example, managers at any place, or supervisors, they look more confident. Why? Because they're more knowledgeable about the work. They know the rules, the policies, the regulations, policy and procedures. They know all that, and they train for that. So the employees look at them walking with confidence, right? Also in relationships, it's important to have confidence. Why? Because if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you have to be able to know that you are there because you want to be there. Nowadays, women are very independent. They have their money, they pay for their own places to live, they pay for their own beautiful cars. Very confident women that are self-sufficient, right? So it's very difficult to bring men into their lives because these men start becoming a little bit not have the confidence to approach these women, right? Or vice versa. What it is important if you're in a relationship, why is it important to be very confident? Confident on the fact that this person that's sitting next to you, let's say your boyfriend or your wife or your husband, whoever is your partner, is there because they like you, because they choose to be there, because they want you, right? Nobody is there with you, next to you, just because, I have no other choice. It's not true. Most of the time, when we become boyfriend and girlfriends or we marry someone, it's because at one time we got attracted to each other. There was this confidence that this is the person I want, right? But if you continue to walk in life insecure about your weight, your height, your education, your look, your color, your race, your whatever it is, you will attract a lot of pain into your life because you won't be able to get really the good things that life has to offer. Life offers good things when you walk with confidence. What is the confidence? You ask for what you want. You walk with pride of who you are. Not prideful, but pride of who you are. You give that sense of knowing what you want. Remember, there's other videos that I show. It's very imperative that you learn to know what you want, right? Because you're going to know what you want and say, oh, it's okay, I don't want to go into that place. I really don't like it. I don't like the atmosphere. I prefer to go to such and such restaurant or place, right? This woman has, or this man has confidence. They don't go like, what do you want to eat? Oh, whatever you want. You can, whatever you want to eat, we can go. Where do you want to go out? Let's go out this weekend. Where do you want to go? You choose. It's okay. You choose whatever you want, right? So what happens? People start choosing for you, taking you to the places they want, and you stop kind of without noticing that you're not putting that much input into the relationship or the planning of the trips or the dinners or whatever, or even the home decisions, because there's not that confidence. As I spoke about the home and the relationships, there's also very important that both of you have confidence, but you don't have control over the other person, right? But you have control over you. If you're with someone, dating somebody, right? And you suddenly go like, oh, why are you looking at that woman? Why are you checking your Instagram? Why are you on the phone? Why are you... Suddenly you start giving that vibe that you're insecure, right? Oh, at the dance or at the party, you were talking to this guy, and why? Why? Were you flirting? Do you like him? Do you like her? Right? So all those jealousy hands and give this vibe of insecurity where you are going to start not only hurting your relationship, because maybe that person really loves you and wants to be with you, but you constantly keeps giving this insecurity of fear and even creating a toxic relationship, which is on my next video about toxic relationships. What is a toxic relationship? It's not an abusive, but it's toxic, right? So you kind of become a little toxic when you're not confident about who you are and what you want in life, right? You kind of become very insecure about yourself. You walk with insecurities, you talk with insecurities, and obviously the person that wants to be with you starts not wanting to be with you. They have a good time with you, and you guys have a lot of things in common, but your lack of confidence can destroy your relationship, can break your relationship. If you're traveling with your person, right, and you're going biking with your person, and you're even living with your person, and you're still insecure, like, do they want me? Maybe they don't. Maybe they want someone else, right? Then that's what happens. You start losing that person because your insecurities start building and building to a point where that person, as much as they care for you, they won't be able to hold it because they need a confident partner, a confident person, a person that knows their ability, a person that is able to know that, I trust you. Go, I trust you. Obviously, if the person breaks your trust, then that's a different story. But for now, you're confident of who you are, of your abilities, of your beauty, your intelligence, your health, your financial help. Everything that you do in life, you have to have confidence, including at your work. If you don't know something, learn it. Ask questions. One of the worst things that happens is that we don't ask questions. And we don't ask the question. Then we just like, oh, I'm so embarrassed with this question. I've been working in this place for 3 months and I should have known this one, but I don't know it. So then now you don't know, and then you are running the risk of making a mistake. And every day, that little thing you didn't ask becomes heavier and heavier till you start losing the confidence on the skill at work. That is very important to know, right? Or a question that you have to ask. Also, for example, right now, finding about all the political things that are happening in the world, the news, what's going on here and there, educating yourself, reading books, reading about it. A lot of us Google or chat GPT or AI and everything. No, there's books. You can read, take your time to read. The world of books is amazing because it wakes your imagination into things that it's just not in a movie. It's just as you're reading the story, right? You start feeling what's happening in this book. So reading is very important for you. Read one book and then finish it and read another book. It doesn't matter how long it took you to read it. Many people go, oh, read a book in a week or read a book in a... No, just read at your own pace. Just to be confident. So when you're talking to someone and they're telling you something that's not true, you're able to say, yeah, you know what, that's not true. I read in this book that that's not true, right? You start becoming confident, but not only confident, more knowledgeable. Right? And when you become more knowledgeable, you also have confidence. When you start exercising, you become more confident. When you start eating well, you become more confident. Right? Why? Because you start liking what you see. Right? When you start cleaning your house and inviting guests, you feel more confident because everything looks nice. When your car is clean, it's impeccable. Right? So people gets into your car, you feel confident. When your car is clean, it costs probably $8 if you go through that little machine. So you won't drive with a dirty car. More confidence. Every little thing brings confidence, as little as you think it is. And you have no idea how important it is to be confident. I had the most difficult moments due to my insecurities, right? And I lost friendships, I lost opportunities. Not only did I do that, I also stayed in a relationship that was very damaging, and I just stayed there because I was not confident to move, right? And there, you're not confident to change the job, you're not confident to open a business, you're not confident to make a business decision, to look for new vendors, to look for new customers, to look for new ways of making money. All that lack of confidence brings all kinds of mountains of losses, things that We don't have because we don't have what? Confidence. Confidence. I'm going to say confidence 100 times, because that's one of the things that brought me from not feeling that life was delicious to feeling that life is delicious. It's like a cherry. When you have confidence in your life, it's delicious because you're able to walk with pride. You're able to walk knowing that you know. Remember I say, when you don't know that you don't know, you don't know. But when you start knowing a little bit more things about yourself, about the things you like, getting to know you, asking yourself the question, do I want to be okay? Do I want this person? This person is with me because I am special. Not have that insecurity of, oh, he's going to find a pretty one or a more handsome one. You know, that's not going to happen because you're walking confidence. And if anything happens and you know what, I'm confident enough for you to go. And that is okay. But you're confident, right? Also, what confidence brings is happiness in a strange way, because there's women that walk with so much confidence. And then you look at them and say, but why? Why? She's not beautiful. But the confidence brings some kind of a light around them, that some kind of a strength that when I seen women like that, is amazing. There was one co-worker that walked in and she was confident, and all the guys at work were just helping her carry this, carry that, do this, do that, and all of us co-workers were looking at her like, wow, what did they see on her? And we couldn't figure it out, but then I realized she walked with confidence, lots of it, and I loved it, and I love her confidence. And we should all walk like that, not prideful, not arrogant, confident. Confidence. Arrogance is totally different. Women that walk like, or men. Arrogant, confident. You smile, you care, you walk with confidence. You talk to anybody and you ask any questions you like because you have confidence. Okay? And I hope this helps you, because it has helped me a lot. And one of the things that when I finally crossed that mountain of fear and lack of confidence, I was able to find a world of a lot of joy, where I was able to get a lot of things coming my way because I was able to ask. I was able to be happy with whoever I was. I was able to enjoy my moments because I was confident, and I am confident. And I am also confident in my heart that one day I'll make a difference on any one of you. And that would be a gift that I always wanted. I always wanted to give everybody back what life gave me after going through the whole process, a long process. And I leave this with a lot of care, like I always say, and hopefully you enjoy this class, and I see you next time. Thank you.